Another key contributor to that nice win against New York.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. And here's White. Porzingis with a screen on Giddey. Just 5 to shoot. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Here's Primetime. He's got 9. Green, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the 4th, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Now, here's Tatum. Still without a basket. Fires the 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Here's Primetime. Green, the pass to Primetime. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
3 points.
Green's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Pritchard. 14 points for him. Brown with it. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Out to Smith. From past the arc. It doesn't go for him. Boston trailing. Over in the corner, Brown. Here's Pritchard. The 3. And it's White missing. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Smith. Here's Primetime. White covering. Primetime's shot is good. And now a 4-point Chicago lead. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
It's time for the dance dance. If you see yourself on the screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Oh, yeah. You have the camera on you. Somebody doesn't have rhythm.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Kate is checked in. Chris Middleton comes in for Tatum. Brown is checked in for Derek White. And it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard. Then for the Bulls, Mo Wagner's checked in for Wiseman. Bruce Ellis comes in for Green. And it's Dosunmu in for Primetime. Celtics trail by 4. Brown outside. The rebound by Dosunmu.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
And finished off by Wagner.
Well, look, you can't let Wagner get this deep. You deserve to get dunked on when you give him this position.
The Celtics shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor.
The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Holiday against Giddey. Is right there. The shot by Buzelis, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 4-point game. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Now here's Giddey. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Giddey with the bounce pass. 6 on the shot clock. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Celtics trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up front.
And here is Giddey. Following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Giddey the pass to Smith. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. A three-pointer is right on target.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Smith's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Pass to Cato. Smith outside, beyond the arc. Boston grabs the miss. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Josh Giddey. Celtics have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. First one falls for. Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. And here is Giddey. Wagner outside. Pass to Smith. Now Wagner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Bulls leading by 4. And will return shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster's different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Smith. Dosunmu is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's Bruce Ellis in at the 3 spot.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
Pass to Smith. Bruce Ellis with the ball. No good from outside. Holiday surveying the floor. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, over the years, we've seen Tatum become increasingly comfortable playing through contact.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
At the line, shooting 1.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Celtics. Trailing by 5. Carries it from 3-point range. Middleton's got 6 points.
And I love seeing Middleton rise up there with confidence, knocking it down for that corner 3.
Now here's Ball. Nothing on the board. Smith for 3. The rebound by Middleton. In the corner, Tatum with it. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Smith finds Ball. No good on the 3. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Dosunmu up top. Smith outside. Hands it from downtown. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
On the wing, Holiday. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
All right, fans, here comes Celtics entertainment. Let them hear it. Now, fans on the court, is your fight squad. It's time for some defense right now, fans.
I wanted on this yet, but now I'm on early.
Porzingis is checked in for the Celtics. Richard comes in for Brown. And Chicago also making a switch. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Buzelis. Chicago leading. Outside, Ball. Pass to Wagner from downtown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
Now here's Tatum. He has 5. Goes back up. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Holiday, the pass to Pritchard. Now here's Porzingis. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Chicago leading by 7. Pass to Dosunmu. Down low. And the dunk by Smith.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Ball. Back to Porzingis. Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in. And 11 points for Porzingis.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I keep going to that until they stop it.
Ball, the pass to Dosunmu. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Ball with the bucket.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Now here is Holiday. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, they're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Here's Dosunmu following the bucket by the Celtics.
Got another fucking time for them.
Now here's Tatum. Defended by Dosunmu. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Tatum. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Smith for 3. The rebound by Middleton.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Ball slams it in.
Yeah, Ball just really good at running in transition. Smart at knowing where to sprint to in the open floor.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Middleton. He can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 9. Smith outside. Now Dosunmu, guarded by Holiday. Dosunmu, the pass to Smith. And the 3 off target.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight. Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
Austin's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Middleton can't get it to go. Wade, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight. Mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
And Herter gets it to go.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 14. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Some changes here for the Celtics. Brown, he's checked in for Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's Pritchard. He's got 14. Middleton on the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Good on the second free throw.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight. Here's White, down by 12. Here's Pritchard. Back to White from the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here's Primetime. He's got 14. Here's Giddey. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Middleton for 3. Primetime grabs the board. The Bulls leading by 14. From deep, Green nailed from three-point land. Green's got his third basket of the night right there.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Giddy with it. He's got 5. Here's prime time. And it's White with the rebound. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hard-working. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Here's Pritchard. 14 points for him. Middleton for 3. That ball can't find the basket. His 6th miss in 9 shots. Here's prime time. He's covered by Brown. 1:32 left here in the second. Pass to Buzelis. Shot clock at 6. Good on the triple. Buzelis has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bulls.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Here's Pritchard. Giddy defending. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
Giddy finds Wiseman. Here's prime time. Three-pointer. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Here's prime time. He's got 17. Giddy the pass to Wiseman. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's prime time. Banked in off the glass. And that's now 19 points for prime time.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Celtics trail by 18. Here's Brown. Prime time grabs the board. Prime time's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
15 seconds left in the first half.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Brown, good.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Here's prime time, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Chicago with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men, and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Boston Celtics. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
You gotta call my agent now.
And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Celtics.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh, okay. I'm not even going to go through the films that you in. Stay in your lane, brother. Stay in your lane.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from primetime.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The Bulls leading by 18. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. The guards are Pritchard and White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
You just can't teach size and length. And Wiseman beats everyone to the ball for that second chance opportunity.
Here's Pritchard. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Shot from the wing, and he nails the jumper. Pritchard's got 18 points in the game.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Here's primetime. Pass to Giddey. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wiseman. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 8 rebounds in this game. Takes the 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Giddey finds Wiseman. Back to Giddey. Now Green for the 3. Rebound Boston. White's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Tatum's shot is off.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Giddey the pass to primetime. And here is Green. And another miss by Chicago.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. It's just 1 of 5 so far.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Pritchard passes to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Left block shot on the way. Primetime grabs the board. Chicago leading by 18. And that one drops. 7 points in the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 9. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, if Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop, he's not going to make many mistakes.
Pass to Primetime. There's the triple. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
3 points.
Giddey's got 4 assists in the game. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. White, wide open, he fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Buzelis. And it's off from three-point range. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Outside, Porzingis, and it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Boston ball.
The Celtics have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Tatum. Primetime grabs the board. Primetime's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And the wide open shot from Green. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got 11 points.
Now that's a smart play by Wiseman. He's got their offense down. He reads his teammates' movement so well.
Now here's Brown. He's got 7. Upside, Porzingis. It's all in by the Bulls. And here is Giddey. Pass to Primetime. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Assisted by
Giddey's got his 5th assist in this one. The Celtics have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half for 2 of 8.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 9. Good. He's got 11.
Well, look, Tatum has the length and strength to do damage in there.
Pass to Primetime. Sinks the three-pointer.
number 20.
Great ball movement there.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Giddey the pass to Primetime. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Come on. Players as tall as Porzingis, they aren't supposed to shoot it like that.
Giddey kicks to Wiseman. The 3. Primetime's shot is good. Primetime's got 30.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And here's Brown outside. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now Giddey. He's got 7. Pass to Primetime. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
White. And White slams it in.
You love how Tatum gets others involved. He doesn't want to do it all by himself out there.
Buzelis with the ball. No good with the triple. White looking around. Pass to Pritchard. Wide, a screen on Giddey. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's foul number 2 for him. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Celtics. Chicago also making some changes. Smith comes in for Green, and it's Dosunmu in for primetime. On defense, the Bulls. Porzingis can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman. Roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Kept alive. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 19. Middleton right side. From 10 feet out, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Middleton's got 13 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Dosunmu with it. 7 points in the game. Pass to Wiseman. Fires the 3. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Chicago leading by 21. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. Smith for 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Middleton. Takes a 3. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Chicago with the ball. Now Giddey. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Brown. Here's Tatum. Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break. Wow, what a slam. Tatum not messing around right there.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, fans, give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
Some changes for Boston. Cade is checked in, and it's Brown in for Jason Tatum. Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Bulls. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
All right, a chance to check out numbers for Chris Middleton. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 14 points per, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
And finished off by Brown.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
Ball finds Dosunmu. And again, Chicago. No good. Brown right side. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Nice shot by Smith.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
A difficult situation for Boston. 1:41 left to play in the third. A nice shot by Brown.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Ball kicks to Wiseman from outside the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Wiseman's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bulls. Boston shooting reasonably well, 45%. Pass to Brown. And Holiday has it in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Chicago leading by 23. Outside, Ball. Here's Smith. Looking for Wiseman. He gets it there. Lock at 6. Taken away by Holiday. Over in the corner, Brown. Hits it from 3-point range. Brown's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the... Hits it from 3-point range. Going with the triple. His first basket.
For keeping this offense in rhythm. He does a great job spreading the ball around.
It's good.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Middleton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Third personal foul.
A determined shooter who excels at the charity stripe. Middleton will gladly head to the line.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
And that one misses.
And the experience and consistency Middleton offers is valuable to this team. He's still such an important player.
And he sinks the second. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Now here's Ball. He's got 5. Pass to Smith. Back to Ball. Here's Giddey. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Middleton. It's the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Well, you're in the big leagues now.
How was your vacation, sir?
Oh, I needed one.
With your 10% loyalty program discount, that's $225 for the night.
Not bad.
$155 for the night.
Hold up. How?
It's easy when you know where to look.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to 40%.
Trivago is my secret tactic.
Hotel? Trivago.
Yeah, I know.
Prime Day is coming July 8th through the 11th with great deals on whatever you're getting into next.
What's the move? Plate. Bank. Buckets.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Celtics trail by 19 on the court for Chicago to start the fourth. They've got Dosunmu. Jones is out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Ball, and it's Wagner in at the 5, roaming the ball. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
The Celtics shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. The deep three from Tatum. Knocks down the 3-ball.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You've got to contest the shot better than that.
Ball up top, guarded by Holiday. The tray. Dosunmu's shot is off. Austin's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Tatum draws the double, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Collins comes in for Jalen Smith, and it's Carter in for Jones.
Zach Collins, Javon Carter.
Brown outside. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And here's Collins from outside. Drains the three-pointer. Collins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Cook. Here's the 3. A rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Brown with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Here's Queta. Over Ball. Queta's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 18. Outside, Ball. Wagner outside. This one for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, nice pass there. Setting up Wagner in a good position.
Boston has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Ball against Holiday. Wagner from long range. Rebound Boston. Double team on Holiday. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. Here's Queta. Pass to Tatum. And he gets it to go from the high post. Tatum's got 11 in the second half.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially when it's Jason Tatum taking the shot.
Carter takes it inside. The shot's good.
The assist. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Brown outside. Collins comes over with the double team, and Brown throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They lead by 17. Here's Dosunmu. Rebounded by the Celtics. Middleton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside. Tatum gets it inside.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Outside ball. Pass to Wagner. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Brown. Middleton's got 21.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here is Carter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Down low, here's Cada, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Holiday against Ball. Pass to Carter. 6 to shoot. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
Celtics trail by 17. Baseline Jay on the way. Buries the jump shot. 24 points for him.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Carter, the pass to Ball. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Austin's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Javon Cook. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Hauser's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Bruce Brown. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Collins. Green comes in for Dosunmu. Primetime's checked in for Carter. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Here's Giddey. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And how about the body control? Giddey refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
Celtics trail by 20. Middleton for 3. Primetime grabs the board. The Bulls have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the 4th, sinking the majority of their shots. Green, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Tatum lets the 3 fly. No good that time.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Here's Giddey. Misses the 3.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Chicago leading by 20. Primetime, the pass to Green, and stolen by Tatum. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Primetime. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Celtics shooting 53% from the field in the 4th quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. is making a change here. Bruce Ellis is checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Porzingis to end the cold streak. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 6 assists now in the game.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
Pass to Bruce Ellis. Here's Primetime. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Primetime's got 33 points. Boston shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. The Bulls leading by 22. Outside, Green. The baseline, Jay. The rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Porzingis is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 analysts that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Primetime, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Primetime's got 35 in the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Outside, Green puts up a 3. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on James Wiseman.
Well, look, you want to make Porzingis work, but he's also excellent from the line, so you sort of pick your poison.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you...
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go piss.
Trisha had spent a year in jail in Arizona for embezzling funds from the bank where she worked. Embezzling funds from the bank where she worked.
see a lack of athleticism. I was surprised he didn't perform as well as I expected in the lane agility and some of the measurables when he went to I feel he's a better athlete than he performed there, but there's no denying he's a very, very talented basketball player.
Yeah, and he came out with flair. 31 points in the season debut, the most by a freshman in Illinois debut program history. So that was an impressive way to start. And now we flip the page. I know it says Atlanta Hawks behind us, but you know who's coming, Clark. It is the Brooklyn Nets once again. Shams, what more light can you shed on their plans this evening continues with 5 first-round picks?
5 first-round picks. They have 3 first-rounders left in this draft, including right here at number 22. The Nets believe this is part of the process. They've still got a young, retooling, rebuilding team. And so, Nets front office, led by general manager Sean Marks, they've accumulated a ton of assets, a ton of flexibility, and that helped them get Terrence Mann and his number 22 pick because they have the salary cap. They essentially take a talented wing player in Mann as a salary dump. So the Nets, as of right now, are going to continue to plan on picking here with these 5 first-round picks they have.
Sean, thank you very much. I'd like to bring back in our front office insider, Bobby Marks, if we could. Bobby, I know this is a position that you don't know all that well. A lot of
Sorry we were done with that joke here. Listen, I think Brooklyn has done really well. Certainly they've got a little international flavor. But there's still a lot of value on the board right now. Certainly a player like Asa Newell from we talked about from Montverde, from Georgia here. They can go a lot of different directions as far as David Neal's still on the board from UConn. We've already gotten guards where they go big here. This is a team that recently has Cam Johnson and Nick Claxton coming under contract, and they've got to make a decision on the restricted free agency of Cam Thomas.
So some decisions to be made here for Brooklyn. This is their draft headquarters. There's been a lot of cheering and a lot of high-fiving coming from Brooklyn tonight, Jay. But Bobby mentioned Asa Newell. You're a big fan of his.
I think he's really talented. He plays with great energy, really good offensive rebounder. Averaged over 3 offensive rebounds a game. That was second only to Janai Broom of Auburn in the Southeastern Conference. And he scored 140 second-chance points. He's got tremendous length, impacts the game on both ends of the floor. It'll be interesting to see where he goes.
Active offensive rebounder, averaged 3.3 offensive rebounds a game, which is right behind Janai Broom for most in the SEC.
All right. So I'm going to get a raid now since the other person didn't get a raid. Awesome. Let's go.
Could get the better players to play. I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Here's Giddey. That 3 off target had some space there after the little.
All right, welcome everybody who's been raided by Small Streamers Connect. I appreciate the raid.
Pass to Hauser. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for prime time.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
3rd personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Bruce Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
free throw good from Brown. So both teams making some changes here. And Brown drops them both. Here is Carter. Pass to Herter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Brown. Pritchard, he's checked in for Brown.
For the Celtics, number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
32 seconds left in the game. Here's Booth, guarded by Tatum. 4 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Boston now. It's to Porzingis. Launches it. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And here's Jones. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So now, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, prime time.
For half the price. Get half price shakes every day after 5 for a limited time. Get 3 each side.
Designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. So you can lose less sweat and simultaneously history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award.
Next up, the Orlando Magic.
We're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you.
Now get 0% APR financing on the 2024
It's time to introduce the starting five for your Orlando Magic.
It's probably, it's going to be the last game of the night. We got some fun.
Starting his shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 3, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. In the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 35, Luka Doncic. At guard, 6'4", number 4, Jalen Brown. At forward, 6'10", number 22, Ron Wagner. At Scorer 6'10", number 5, Paolo Banchero.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And here's a look at what's coming up for Orlando. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Monday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Knicks, that will be their 4th outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
And the starting group for Chicago. Booz Ellis out there with Josh Green. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Wiseman. And it's prime time in at shooting guard. And for the Magic, the backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Batase in at the 5. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Graham.
No question, BA. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Now here's Wiseman. Offline from the high post. And Carroll passes to Suggs. Takes a 13-footer. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Boy, I like Suggs knocking down that mid-range jump shot. That's what the defense gave him. Make him pay for it.
Here's primetime. He's covered by Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Green. Launches a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Banchero. Here's Batase. No good on the triple. Here's primetime. He's covered by Caldwell-Pope. Here's Booz Ellis. Here's primetime. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. It's a 3-point game. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 5 now.
His teammates expect Suggs to hit these shots in. He doesn't disappoint them.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Booz Ellis. Green with the ball. Here's primetime. He's covered by Caldwell-Pope. Primetime can't get it to go.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Green against Wagner. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by primetime.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Booz Ellis. Fires from deep. Orlando with the rebound. And Josh Green going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Carroll with it. Takes a 13-footer. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
The 3. And he buries his first look.
Like, sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. They set the pick. 4-3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Bulls leading by 3. You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell-Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way the championship team. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night. Slick move that time by Banchero. Easy to see why he's a former #1 overall pick.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Get hype, Orlando. It's time for 3, 2, 1, hype. Get loud, fans, on the court is your hype squad. It's t-shirt time. Let's get it, Magic fans.
Now at the leaderboard to see which teams have the toughest defenses this past season. Number 1, the Bulls.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
For Chicago, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Pass to Buzelis. Driving to the basket, and that one is stopped right through.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago leading by 3. Here's primetime. Outside, Green. Off target with the 3. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Magic. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Chicago's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Pass to Giddey. And here's Green from the arc. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 3rd assist of the night.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Magic trail by 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Giddey.
You know, one thing about Jalen Suggs, he takes a ton of pride in his defense. I mean, he's shut down some really good scorers in this league.
That free throw no good. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
And that one's good. Green.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Suggs finds Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. Lays it up and banks it in. Suggs has got 8.
A physical guard, Suggs loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
Pass to Green. This one for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Right side, Caldwell Pope. Here's Batase. Deflected. Here's Primetime. Lets the three fly. And that comes off the assist by Green. Primetime's got his second basket of the night.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And Carroll outside. Pass to Wagner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to put one up here. The three from Suggs. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago leading by 9. Here's Primetime. He's got 5. And there's a pick. Pass to Green. Over Wagner. And it's Green missing. Orlando has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Clark, we know how great Wagner is offensively. He's a plus defender as well.
You know what? I think he takes great pride in being a versatile, high-level defender. I mean, he focuses on that and gives great effort there. Offense comes relatively easy. He's got a great skill set, good size and mobility, but the defense is where he's really focused on excelling, and he's doing it.
Free throw good, Wagner.
What I love about Wagner is that he's a guy that never stops moving. He's always in action.
And both free throws good for Wagner.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
It's time for Dance Dance. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. You need dance lessons. Bring those moves. Keep it that way.
Assist. They were number 2 in the league in free throw percentage. When you fouled this team, they made sure you paid dearly for that mistake.
Their defense was off the charts. They frustrated opponents, and no one could score on them. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. They lead by 7. Smith outside. The 3 ball. Orlando with the rebound. Inside. Banchero against Green. And Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got his second basket of the game.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Giddey passes to Wiseman. And here's Green from the arc. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks. You know, so far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunity.
Outside Giddey. Wagner against Green. Wiseman takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. And Caro outside, from outside the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Green. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Green's got 14.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. VA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. Again, the Bulls score.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Magic trail by 9. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Suggs outside. Back to Caldwell Pope. The shot. Off the left rim and out. And here's Chicago coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
The Magic shooting 41% from the field so far. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And how about the Aussie Josh Green? An athletic wing. He's become a real threat from outside.
And I like that he's added that to his game because he gives you all the intangibles. He's a physical presence. He's an excellent defender. He moves well without the ball. And he's knocking down threes. It takes him to another level as an offensive player. He's got a chance to be a really special player going forward.
Chicago making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Wiseman, and Buzelis has subbed in for Smith. Wagner for 3. Sinks it from distance. Wagner's got 5.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
Giddey passes to Green. 3-pointer, Buzelis. Howard grabs the miss. Magic trail by 9. To the middle. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Pass to Buzelis. 3-pointer. Orlando with the rebound.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
An easy 2 on the layup. And now just a 5-point Bulls lead.
Love when Wagner looks to set his guys up. This kid's a versatile swingman.
Outside Giddey. Dosunmu on the wing. Back to Giddey. Shot clock at 5. Drains the triple. Giddey's got his second basket on the night.
Beautiful execution, getting it away quickly. Giddey just wasting no time.
Orlando shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Into the lane.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Green. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Black. Magic trail by 6. To the right side. Howard inside.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
On the wing, Green. Here's Buzelis, guarded by Howard. Here's Green. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Green's got 16 points.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Wagner for 3. No good there. Good if it goes. That one no good. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, BA. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And for Chicago, let's take a look. Buzelis out there with Jalen Smith. Then there's Wagner. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2. Pass to Wagner. Looking at our leaderboard here, last year the teams that made an art out of transitioning from defense to offense. The Bulls, 4th.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
First one falls for him.
Wagner gives you size, and he can stretch the floor as well. I mean, he's a very solid player who knows how to play the game.
Here's Black. Banchero against Smith. The take from Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Banchero just throw it down.
Ball passes to Smith. And here's Dosunmu from the arc. The rebound by Carter. To the left wing. Here's Howard. And no good. Good defense by Dosunmu. Chicago leading by 6. Beyond the arc. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Dosunmu's got 5 points.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks. I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And so here is Chicago. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Ball outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Wendell Carter. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws. Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Magic trail by 9. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Banchero against Smith. Banchero in the post. 9 points in the game. That shot is off. Chicago leading by 9. Here's Buzelis. Off target at the rim. Here's Black. Pounded by Ball. Here's Banchero. Nice D from Wagner.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And Ball gets it to go.
You know what? The size Ball possesses, guys, as a point guard is really a nice asset, especially when the defense tries to be physical.
Here's Black. Pass to Carter. Banchero outside. Lets it go from deep. From distance. Paolo.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Time for the 407. Come on, everybody. Make some noise.
For team blocks. They use their big men well to keep the paint locked up and not allow easy buckets.
They took care of the ball, stayed in control. It was very hard to turn them over. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Buzelis has got 5 now.
Amongst the best decision makers in the league. Lonzo with the right decision there.
And the call will be against Mo Wagner. That's his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Batase's checked in for Carter, and it's Jalen Suggs in for Howard. Herter's checked in for Chicago. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Nice move. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball outside. It's Herter on the wing. For 3, Smith. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Suggs. 10 points for him. Banchero outside. Off and over Smith. Banchero no good.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Pass the ball. Now here's Herder. There's the three. Rebounded by Suggs. To the paint. Here's Banchero. Banchero goes strong down low.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And Ball will bring it up here for Chicago. Pass to Smith. It's Herder on the wing. Gets the three ball to go. And the Bulls lead by 15.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Full substitution. James Wiseman, number 20.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Suggs outside. Pass to Black. The three from Banchero. Chicago with a rebound. Ball with it. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Now Smith. Here's Primetime. Another three for Chicago.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Magic trail by 18. Here's Black. Pass to Batase. Back to Suggs. 5 to shoot. Here's Black. And another miss by Orlando.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Now here's Wiseman. Here's Primetime. And the three off target. Pass to Black. Now here's Banchero. He's covered by DeSumo. Here's Suggs to halt the run. Rebound by the Bulls. Wiseman's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. DeSumo with it. Smith outside. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Suggs. Here he goes. And Primetime gets it to go. Primetime's got 10.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Well, you're in the big leagues now.
How was your vacation, sir? Oh, I needed one.
With your 10% loyalty program discount, that's $225 for the night.
Not bad.
$155 for the night.
Hold up. How?
It's easy when you know where to look.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to 40%.
Trivago's my secret tactic.
Hotel Trivago.
Splash is delicious. It's like you've just found out your identity's been stolen, but the policeman who tells you is like really hot and tells you that all your money's gonna come back to you within 6 to 9 months.
Splash Refresher and Splash Refresher Sparkling.
0 sugar, 0 calories. It's like water,
but good.
Which section can be the loudest for a free t-shirt?
Changes. Wagner comes in for Banchero, and Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Black. Green's checked in for Chicago. Josh Giddey comes in for Ball.
Hey guys. Two changes.
Bulls on D. Here's Suggs. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Suggs is a capable shooter now. He requires a little extra attention.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Jalen Suggs taking 2 shots.
That's good from Suggs.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
Suggs hits them both. Here's primetime. 35 points for him last game against the Celtics in Boston.
And also impressive, his work on the glass. He was tenacious and relentless.
With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. Second, Chicago.
And if you have to ask, what's the name of the game? Well, it's all about ball movement for them. They love to share the rock. And we all know that assists are a great indicator of how well the team is executing.
That's good from Smith. Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly, player to fan, without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
Orlando shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
This is how you stay in the game. They're doing a beautiful job from the line, 100% this quarter.
Primetime passes to Green. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Magic trail by 19. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Here's primetime. He's got 10. Throws it up high. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
Off the inbound. And it's Wiseman with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's primetime. Here's Green. Can't nail the jumper. Now here's Caldwell Pope, guarded closely. Suggs, no good. Bulls leading by 16. Here's primetime. Fires the three. And it's Giddey missing. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. And here's Wagner. Green covering. 4 on the clock. And Wagner hits from deep. Wagner's got 11 points.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Primetime. He's got 10. Now Green to stop the drought. He can't get that one to fall.
A bunch of threes for him in this first quarter. A bunch of threes for him in the first quarter, but he's made 0 here in the second period.
Chicago leading by 13. Pass to Giddey. Here's Primetime from deep. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Drills it from deep.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Green, the pass to Primetime. It's stolen away. Down low. Back to Wagner. Got a hand on it.
There you see Smith's limp playing to his advantage defensively.
Here's Primetime. 13 points in the game. Smith in the high post. Green for 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of this one. Matase can't hit. Bulls leading by 14. Pass to Wiseman. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Wiseman's got his second basket.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You gotta work harder on the glass.
Now here's Wagner. Shot from the top of the key. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got 9 rebounds now.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Wagner with a steal. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The 3 from Suggs. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Green for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here now at the Magic, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Orlando Magic.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. on
just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Josh Green really having a great game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it. And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Magic trail by 16. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Goga Bitadze is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's Suggs in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Green. Here's Primetime. Rebounded by Suggs. Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. Let's go with a 3. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Giddey. The 3. It's rebounded by Bitadze. Bitadze's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Banchero out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. Bulls leading by 16. About a minute played here in the second half. Three-pointer, Buzelis buries it from 3. Buzelis has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And he converts the layup.
Suggs handling this business so far in this one. Really putting the work in on the offensive end.
Right around a minute and a half played in the 3rd quarter. Outside, Green. From deep, Giddey. The shot that time not on target.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Back to Banchero. And he knocks down the 10-footer. Banchero's got 16 points now.
Showing why he was drafted 1st overall, Paolo Banchero has been a hoop getter tonight.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Attention Magic fans, starting out the Hollywood now, it's your 3, 2, 1 hype. Let them hear it. Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Magic fans, it's T-shirt time. Who wants one?
Chicago making a switch here. The Sumu's checked in. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. Second, the Bulls.
Free throw shooting for this team has become a real priority. They put in the work, and they make the most of their opportunities at the stripe.
Chicago leading by 15. Here's Primetime. 13 points in the game. Green, the pass to Dosunmu. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. He's got 13.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. The 3 from Suggs. That's his 6th make it 11 tries.
He's really carrying the load, but no man could do it all by himself.
Here's Primetime. He's covered by Suggs, and it's good for 2. Primetime's got 15 points.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now here's Suggs. 17 points in the game. Wagner outside. Clock at 6. Suggs.
First personal foul.
Chicago leading by 17. Here's primetime. 15 points in the game. Dosunmu, the pass to Wiseman. Back to Dosunmu. Here's primetime. Three-pointer, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
On the wing, Suggs. Back to Banchero. And Caro delivers inside.
Well, I love Banchero's overall game because it's terrific. I like to see him taking over, too, as an alpha dog, leading the way, going and getting his. That's impressive.
Dosunmu can't hit. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Magic. Down by 15. And the bucket is good. Banchero's got 20. Chicago has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Here's primetime. Here's Dosunmu. The Bulls with another miss. The Magic have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Wagner. Batase down low. He's covered by Dosunmu. Wagner for 3. Sinks it from distance. Wagner's got 17.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Yep, that one goes.
I'll tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding. Let him eat.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's covered by Dosunmu. Suggs left side. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Really good aggressive take from Suggs, giving the defense no choice but to foul him there.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
That free throw misses. Black's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And he sinks the second. Here's primetime. He's got 15. Pass to Green. Dosunmu on the wing. Here's primetime. Takes it inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
But you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Orlando with the ball. Chicago making their last shot. Here's Black. And he throws it down with one hand.
Boy, what a pass. Part of Wagner's total offensive tackle.
Let's check in with Allie LaForce. An injury update on Josh Giddey. What do you have, Allie?
Guys, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Chicago. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time. It's just so unfortunate to experience injuries like this early in the season, just barely out of the gates and already an unexpected setback.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now We know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle. And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Here's prime time. Orlando making their last shot. Pass to Green. Up and in on the layup. Green's got 21.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Magic trail by 14. Here's Black. Bancaro outside. Over Buzelis. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Rebound by the Magic.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Here's Black. Bancaro in the post. Good. 22 points for him.
Gutsy play that time from Bancaro inside against pretty physical defense, too.
Here's prime time. Offline with a 3. Orlando has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Bancaro. Back to Wagner. Suggs outside. Here's the 3. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Here's prime time. Give him 20. Isumu outside to the inside. Here's Wiseman. Oh, look at Wiseman throwing his weight around.
High value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. 11-point game. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
A huge size disadvantage for the defense. You might as well just get out of the way when that's the case.
Here's prime time. Pass to Buzelis. Launches it. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Bancaro. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. The shot by Buzelis no good. Magic trail by 9. Bancaro in the post. He's covered by Isumu. Bancaro no good. The Bulls shooting at a 44% clip in the third. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one if it's straight.
That close in against a way shorter defender, you could just put up 2.
Chicago shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Buzelis at the line for 1.
Here's Black. With the drive. It's good. Black's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Pass to Buzelis. Isumu outside. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Magic trail by 12. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Shots good by Black.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Here's Isumu. Drops in the layup for 2. Isumu's got 19 points.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Here's Black. Give him 8. Pass to Wagner. Howard with the ball. Over Buzelis. And it's Chicago with a board. Smith's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Outside Giddey. 55 seconds left in the third. That one goes. Count it. Giddey's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working. And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Carter. Wagner, the pass to Carter. And another basket for Orlando.
The versatility of Carter Jr. I mean, he can shoot off 1 to 2 dribbles as well as off the catch.
Buzelis. Rebound by the Magic. Wagner on the wing. He's covered by DeSumo. That one falls. Wagner's got 7 now in this quarter.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Giddey. Give him 8 points now. Clock at 4. The Bulls need to get off a shot. For 3, Smith. No good on the shot. And so it's Chicago, ending the quarter up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Chicago leading by 10. On the court for the Bulls, getting the 4th quarter going. Ball is out there with Sumu. Then it's Smith. Then there's Wagner. And it's Jones in at the small forward position.
We've seen growing confidence from Smith behind the arc. I mean, he takes these pretty readily now.
Smith's gone 3 of 5 so far from downtown. Here's Black. Smith with the rebound. Well, the Bulls' shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Over to the wing, the 3 from Ball. Another 3 for Chicago.
Lonzo becoming more consistent with his catch-and-shoot jumper. I know it doesn't look that good, but it's got nice touch on it, and it's effective.
Here's Black. Ben Carroll, left side. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Ben Carroll's got 10 points in just the second half. Sumu outside. Back to Ball. From downtown. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 4 rebounds now. Magic trail by 14. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jalen Smith.
First team foul. At the line for Orlando, Black. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Herter's checked in for Jones. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Bulls leading by 13. Pass to Ball. Banked it in off the glass. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we have seen Ball add some muscle over the years so that he can power through that contact.
And for the Magic, they're shooting a nice 50% for the game. Now Banchero, covered by Smith. And here's Howard. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. Chicago with a rebound. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Ball looks over the floor. Pass to Smith. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam.
I'll tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Ball. Outside Herter. The 3, Smith. Sinks the tray.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Banchero no good.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
Smith outside. Wagner finds Ball. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 9 rebounds now. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The future is shining bright for Banchero. He's a multifaceted big guy who can really, I think, be the centerpiece of an organization.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
You know, once in a while, a guy will come into the league and just hit the ground running. Banchero was a star from the first week.
Suggs is checked in for Howard. And Banchero drops them both.
Banchero's versatility, impressive. He's a big that can do a little bit of everything.
And stolen by Suggs. That's tipped. And a pass break now for the Bulls. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Why do dermatologists worldwide recommend La Roche-Posay? Effective skincare like La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer delivers double action to help repair skin's barrier and provide 48-hour hydration for healthy-looking skin. La Roche-Posay.
These are great. USDA choice ribeye. Woo! That must have cost an arm and a leg. How can you even afford to barbecue these days, am I right? Didn't cost that much at all. I can see that now.
Kids, you're jumping off the low price sign.
The lowest prices of any national grocery store.
Listen to your mom.
It's an Aldi thing. Templeton ETFs. With over 70 ETFs, we have solutions for every market. Helping advisors build the portfolios of the future today. Franklin Templeton, your trusted partner with what's ahead. Franklin Templeton Custom Tax Management. Easily create custom SMAs with our Canvas platform and help investors keep more of what they earn. Franklin Templeton, your trusted partner with what's ahead.
Just shy of midnight, Steve, in the Eastern time zone. With you for another half hour. Back to the top of the NBA draft as we revisit some of the memorable moments for the top picks. Cooper Flag, this was against Pitt, and Heavens to Betsy. Flag. He really did, I think, grow by leaps and bounds. He was obviously really good to start, and you just saw the guy become so much more confident in the steps he was taking as the year progressed. Dylan Harper, in a tie game, Harper just so smooth to get to the spot that he wants to do his thing. That lefty Jay won the Battle of New Jersey. I think there were some injuries, yes, but it's still kind of hard to fathom how 2 top 5 picks at Rutgers had the season it did. BJ Edgecombe. This is a game, by the way, Gonzaga won by 1 million. And poor Coach Q's son. Well, sorry, Huey. Sometimes, you know, you play defense, sometimes we don't come out of it. But also, Jared Allen said, you know, I'm going to jump because even if I get the block, I make sports center. If I get jumped on, I make sports center. That was Joe. That's also BJ Edgecombe. He went 3. In terms of best available players, how about your guy, Max Lee there, Steve? Balanced player.
And you'd be right. What exactly don't you like about me? You're right, my well, I like all of that. It's really just you as a person. You're revolting. What's going on? What the hell? Oh, an instrument. No. This guy's software company just went public. Now this dude is one of the richest guys in Mexico City. He stays in
Well,
hotels.
there comes 8 minutes left. Let's finish the game up.
And the Bulls lead by 16.
Woo! His energy is unmatched. And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Suggs. Pass to Carter. To the middle. Collins with it. He's checked by Carter. Collins, no good.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play. Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for 2, Black.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. For Chicago, Wiseman. He's checked in for Collins. Green comes in for DeSumo. And it's Josh Giddey in for Ball. And so he makes both from the line. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by 14. Pass to Primetime. There's the drive. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got his 6th assist of the night.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
And here's Carter. Oh, trying his luck from deep. It's rebounded by Wagner. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Suggs. Here's Primetime. Softly drops in the floater. Primetime's got 24 points.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And Caro surveys. Unloads from 13. It's rebounded by Wagner. Bulls leading by 18. Here's Primetime. Pass to Wagner. Launches a three. Pure from three-point range.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot. And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Now here's Suggs. A shot to stop the run, and he sinks the layup. Give him 23.
Tell you what, I love when Suggs attacks the defense like this because he's so hard to guard when he's aggressively looking to get to the rim.
Here's Primetime. Pass to Giddey. There's the triple. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And you've got to be perfectly in sync on that one.
Man, that's a tough play to convert.
I tell you what, guys, the pass and catch, both next to impossible.
Now Green. Here's Giddey. It's rebounded by Banchero. Magic trail by 17. Suggs, the pass to Black. Out to the right wing. Here's Banchero. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Banchero's got 14 points here in the second half.
Getting it done in the paint, Banchero using his big frame to carve out space inside.
Here's Primetime. Back to Wiseman. And the layup falls. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Unleashes the bounce pass. An accurate assist.
Orlando has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
My mom was diagnosed when I was 14. She found a lot of points at the doctor that was pretty much hooked. During 7 months later. So I tried to help out, raise money and post awareness. And have fun.
Put your hands together, fans. Here they are, the 407.
On the male side, anyway, female side, they said it was ripped straight from the road. And virtually all the women that attended the party were models.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
Well, his pure shooting ability was on display tonight and something special to behold. Maintained a high percentage because he chose good shots and really did a nice job, I think, outworking and outsmarting the defenders.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. Orlando with the ball, trailing by 17. Here's Suggs, and that one good. Suggs has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now. Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Here's Primetime. Pass to Green from the arc. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got rebound number 11. Now here's Wagner. Here's Batase. Giddey defends. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Giddey.
At the line for the Magic, Goga Batadze. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second. Bulls leading by 14. Outside, Green. Drops in the 3. Green's got 24 points.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Pass to Batadze. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Here's Primetime. Outside, Green. Primetime passes to Giddey. It's good.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Here's Caldwell Pope.
Man, good whistle there. Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
5th team foul. At the line for the Magic, Cantavius Caldwell Pope. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Cantavius Caldwell Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
And so he hits both. Here's Primetime. Pass to Green. Beyond the arc. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Magic trail by 17. Wagner outside. To the right side. Suggs surveys the D. Chicago with a rebound. Wiseman's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Inside, Buzelis. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 6 rebounds in the game. Banchero with a screen on Green. And Banchero with a bucket on the assist by Wagner. Wagner's got 7 assists in the game. Chicago leading by 15. Right wing. Here's Primetime. The offensive rebound. Pass to Buzelis. Nails it from 3. Buzelis has got 9 points now in the second half.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting 55% since the start of the fourth. Pass to Giddey. The 3-ball. Outside for Green. From outside the arc. Knocks down the long J. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now here's Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Bulls leading by 19. Here's Green. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
A minute 29 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And stolen by Herder.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bulls.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game one is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
Both teams deciding to change it up. So he comes up empty, missing both. Orlando has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4, and they pick up 2.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Booth. Jones against Wagner. Jones' shot is good.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Orlando with the ball. The Bulls making their last shot. Wagner, he's open. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Herder. The Magic making their last shot. Jones from outside. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Now here's Herder. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.
Should have been Josh Green. He's the one that had a big night. 30 points. Super 25. The senior 19. Rosella 14. Smith 13. Jody Green.
Yes, I don't know what. Yes, I did send her flowers.
So you admit you are stalking her?
I meant to energetically pursue her. Same thing. Oh, I get it. You're one of these woke feminist men whose mission in life is to save the huddled female masses from toxic masculinity.
No, just saying you can't really stalk someone in a good way. Sort of a paradox.
It's called romance, bro. All the best movies of all time have had a stalker or stunt plot. It's a fact.
Yeah, well, this is real life. We got a dead body on our hands.
What are you saying? Nicole dead?
Yeah, she was.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching Day 6 of Livestream Fest. Back tomorrow, another conclusion of Livestream Fest. So you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure that you are here on Twitch and all my other platforms as well. Once again, thanks to Small Streamers Connect for those raid. I appreciate it. If you're still watching from that raid, make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. Do all the work, baby. Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And out.
She was very generous. She was a pimp. Traffic is kid for sex. Only 15.
You seen her before? She was at the